Okay, I'm going to try and do this with one hand. It's going to be a little tricky, but I'll see what I can do. I'm going to keep my finger away from the camera. That's the first smart thing I can do. So when you get sent your set, a lot of times it'll give you a piece like this. And then you'll need a male end, threaded end. And then that'll go into that, which connects to your bubbler. So this threaded male end can go into any of your port connectors and just screws in. Or if you just have the connection that comes out like this, you want the ozone end. And obviously you have to put an extension on there, but that's again what the end looks like. And that just plugs into this. So you want the ozone to come into this hose, and it goes down into this glass shaft. And then here's your aerator, that little white cube at the bottom. And that's what bubbles the ozone into the glass cylinder that usually, don't put as much saline in there as you want. But anyway, let me just get this hooked up, hopefully, if I can do it with one hand and not actually looking at it. Okay, there's that. It's not in very tight, but it's the best I can do with one hand. And then that's just going to plug into there. Maybe. There it goes. And then there's not any water in there. I could show you what it does. So anyway, let me just show you this real quick. You take this very carefully. You pull this out. And you pour your saline into that opening at the top. And again, you just pour it in until you get as much as you want. And then you bubble it for about 10 minutes before you start to infuse it. And then there's this little tubing that you can just put your spike your IV spike can go in there, and I'll try and open a package for you so you can see. So anyway, once you're ready to infuse, your spike's just going to go in there and push it in as far as it'll go, and then you can fill your drip chamber and hook your tubing up to the patient. I think that just about covers it. And again, I don't know what kind of longevity machine you have, but there should be a way. They usually send some adapters with it, and there should be a way to connect all the fittings together. But your main goal is to get ozone into that section of tubing right there, and everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Oh, with a counter unit that doesn't go on the pole like I have it, you probably don't need to rig this up, because you can just hang your bubbler somewhere safe until you're ready to use it. And then you're going to have to obviously put the bubbler on an IV pole next to where your ozone generator is. And I usually run it at a 1/16, because it saves, you use less oxygen that way. And then usually about 5 on the dial. See, a 1/16 at 5 will give you, looks like 82 gamma, which is plenty to bubble ozone into saline. So Anyway, you might want to check the book on that. You can turn the dial, if you have one with a dial, you can turn the dial down as low as 1, and that would still give you 20 gamma based on this. So anyway, give it a try. If you have questions, shoot me a text. Alright, hope this helps. Bye.